On our way back from a family event in Tennessee, my husband and I stopped for a few days in the Smokies. And of course, I had to throw in some hikes. We're in the Smokies, hiking along the Appalachian Trail. We parked at Newfound Gap, and we are going to hike up to Charlie's Bunyan, which is an 8-mile round trip. I don't have a backpack on. John is my pack mule for today. He's carrying all our gear because I am testing out my ankle, which I sprained a month ago. So this is my first time on trail since the injury. So we'll see how I do. We didn't quite beat the rain back. We left early that morning, and while driving the mountain road to the trailhead, we came across this mama bear and baby. They were just ambling along, so we hung back and followed from a distance and waited until they decided it was time to leave the road. The hike to Grotto Falls is only 2.8 miles round trip and over reasonably easy terrain. But the destination is a beautiful walk-behind waterfall that cascades down into a little pool below. The trailhead for Abrams Falls lies in Cades Cove, a driving loop that features historic homesteads, buildings, and churches. It's known for its wildlife sightings, but the only animals we saw from the car were deer. The hike itself is a 5-mile round-trip hike, which climbs to a high point before descending to the waterfall. Upon reaching the high point, my husband and I sat for a break on a rock outcropping. It was then that we heard the bushes nearby start to rustle, as a mama bear snorted and stepped out onto the trail just 10 feet away from us. We jumped up and backed away down the trail in the direction from which we had come, and it was then that we noticed her 2 little cubs in the tree. As the mama disappeared down the trail and out of our sight in the direction that we needed to go, we hung back and watched the babies from a very safe distance. Continuing on would have put us between her and her babies, and that is a big no-no. While we waited, we watched the cubs play, wondering when Mama would come back to collect them, and if we'd even be able to continue on and finish the hike, or if we should just turn around and go back. But sneaky Mama had worked her way around behind us, causing us to jump up onto the rock outcropping to give her a clear path to her babies. She eventually moved off into the woods with her babies, and we continued on down the trail to the waterfall. My ankle held up well on all 3 hikes. So for my next phase of training, I headed up to northern Vermont, where the terrain is much more difficult. I did 3 hikes, carrying my own day pack, on 3 consecutive days, and my ankle held up fine. Stay tuned for future plans.